In a move that surely surprised no one and delighted all who appreciate the fine art of irony, President Donald Trump, in his infinite wisdom, decided to repurpose America's infamous Guantánamo Bay detention facility. Yes, the very same Guantánamo Bay that once housed individuals with names so fearsome, they sounded more like action movie villains than actual humans. This time, however, it wasn't just for your typical global terrorists. It was for those criminal, illegal aliens that apparently pose an even greater threat to the fabric of American society. Welcome to the sequel of The Worst of the Worst, starring a new cast of characters, the criminal, illegal aliens. Trump, with the flair of a reality TV host introducing the next season of The Apprentice, announced his strategy to deport these bad hombres by sending them to the tropical paradise of Gitmo. Because nothing says you're not welcome here, quite like a one-way ticket to a 45-square-mile high-security naval base in Cuba. This bold move was launched with the promise of eradicating the scourge of migrant crime from American communities once and for all. Or, as Trump might have put it, we're going to send them so far away, they'll need Google Maps just to find their way back. Indeed, the president's innovative approach was to make Guantanamo the front line in his war against America's southern border. Because when you think cutting-edge immigration policy, you definitely think of a prison that's been the subject of international outcry for decades. In a dazzling display of government efficiency, the Pentagon was instructed to prepare 30,000 beds for these unwelcome guests. However, in a plot twist worthy of a daytime soap opera, none of the 195 tents erected at Guantanamo were actually used. It turns out they failed to meet the standards set by ICE. Who knew that detaining people had such stringent guidelines? Apparently, the military was told to set up the tents without any clear directives on what was needed to certify them. This is what happens when you put government in charge of anything more complicated than a lemonade stand. It's no surprise that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth made Gitmo his first port of call. In a social media post worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster trailer, he described the facility as the front lines of the war against America's southern border. Because, of course, the real enemy isn't poverty, climate change, or even the global pandemic. It's migrants. Yet despite the administration's grand plans, it seems fate had other designs. The operation to expand the naval base's capacity was halted, leaving us all wondering if this was just another episode in the long-running saga, The Art of the Empty Promise. Now, in a move that feels like it was ripped from an alternate reality, the U.S. began collaborating with El Salvador's government to send illegal gang members to their terrorist confinement center. This partnership is as surprising as finding out your favorite fast food joint now serves gourmet cuisine. Unexpected, and yet somehow fitting in this topsy-turvy world. But let's not forget the crowning achievement. The 40 remaining illegal migrants previously held in Guantanamo were sent back to the United States to be held in Louisiana. Of course, the administration emphasized that 23 of these were high-threat illegal aliens. It's a comforting thought to know that in a world full of uncertainty, the U.S. government remains committed to its mission of keeping us all on the edge of our seats. As we wrap up this episode of As the World Turns Under Trump, we must take a moment to appreciate the sheer absurdity of it all. From the tents that never housed a soul to the ever-shifting partnerships with foreign governments, it's a reminder that reality often outstrips even the wildest fiction. If you've enjoyed this satirical take on the current state of affairs, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. We promise to keep delivering content that keeps you both entertained and slightly bewildered. And do share your thoughts on the matter in the comments below. Do you think sending migrants to Guantanamo was a stroke of genius or just another chapter in the book of bizarre political maneuvers? We're dying to hear your take on this.